Well, we're back.
We're back
It's a touch of chaos.
with Jeff and Marla.
One of us is Marla and one of us isn't.
No.
Hi, how
not
you
true.
doing again, Marla?
Great.
Let's give it away immediately. It's you. You're Marla. And I'm the other guy.
I'll be Marla today. It's fine.
I'm the other guy again. So, how's it going?
Oh, things are great.
Good.
Yeah.
Do we
how
have
about you?
guests today?
Yeah, we have. Oh, wait. No, sorry.
We don't have.
No, we don't.
Oh, we had that big announcement that we were going to have guests maybe on the 10th episode, which is the next episode.
Oh, my gosh.
And all they had to do was email us why
Yeah.
they wanted. How many have we gotten so far?
0.
0.
Well, we've gotten emails, but they were like automated messages from random things.
That's true.
You know?
Oh.
So, yeah.
But we have announcements. Remember one of our new segments in the past 2
Yes.
episodes has been announcements? We have announcements now.
All right. Announce the announcements, Jeffrey.
You know them better than I do. We have a Facebook page.
We have a Facebook page.
Yay!
Yay, us.
I haven't been on Facebook in 10 years.
Oh, that
But-
might be a problem.
So it's more like you have a Facebook page.
I've got a Facebook page that I'll tell Jeff about sometimes. All you have to do is go on that book face and search for A Touch of Chaos, and it should pop up for you. And if it doesn't, you should email us and tell us that it didn't work.
And where would they email us?
touchoffanmail@gmail.com. We finally got it down.
Got it
I
down.
didn't have to think about it for 20 seconds.
So what's the Facebook page going to do for us or people who want to interact with us?
Well, it's going to bring us closer to our listeners, which I think is very important
Okay.
because nobody emails us.
Nobody emails us.
We got to find a different way.
So,
Oh, man.
okay. We're
Yeah.
going to have... Can they listen to our episodes through there?
They will be able to access our episodes through a link to multiple different sources,
Okay.
podcast sources,
All right.
such as Spotify and Apple Music, and
We're also working on
soon to be YouTube.
YouTube, maybe.
Yes.
Okay. And will they be able to suggest topics they want to hear?
Absolutely.
Will they be able
Absolutely.
to enter us into prizes that we can win?
Yes.
Or is that supposed to go the other way around?
Wait.
we do prizes
We
sometimes.
do prizes
maybe?
sometimes. Maybe.
We've never done it, but
We've
maybe
never done
someday.
it. We weren't even thinking about it really.
We weren't. I've just said that off the top.
But
of my
maybe
head.
someday because
But could they enter us into prizes if they
Yes.
really wanted to?
If they wanted to,
Competitions? Not into
they
the
would
prizes.
have to. I was just going to say they would have to compress us somehow
Somehow,
to fit us
right,
into the prize.
into the
but
prize.
Depends on the prize, I guess. If
I was
the prize
thinking-
was a dumpster, I can just jump right in.
You could, I suppose.
Oh, I definitely could. That's where I live.
Oh, you and that raccoon family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that one skunk.
Have you learned to speak raccoon yet?
Not yet. No,
Okay,
soon.
maybe soon. Oh, you're getting good.
I don't actually know what a raccoon sounds like.
That was better than I expected.
Okay.
I didn't actually expect anything, really.
Nice.
All right, cool. So we've got those. Those are our announcements. Things now. What's next? Things we've been up to. What have you been up to since the last? It's similar to announcements, kind of. Now that I think of it,
These are just updates.
these. Are,
Personal life updates.
yeah,
Okay, well, my big personal life update is
Oh.
I went camping
yeah.
for the past couple days.
How'd that go?
That went so well. I am currently in a splint with my left hand all wrapped up in a bandage because I fell backwards out of a hammock down a slight hill, and I may or may not have busted my hand. It's not broken.
Because you were massively drunk.
Incredibly drunk and high.
Didn't
and
your,
took some pills? No, I'm just kidding. Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs, monkey.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Because why didn't your raccoon family come and help you out?
Well, we were out of town.
Oh, you weren't in the dumpster.
We weren't in the dumpster. We were camping elsewhere. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
How about you, Jeff? What's new with you?
Not too much, but I did see that Alien Romulus movie. Remember all the movies I listed a few episodes ago that I want to see? I'm working my way through them.
Nice.
Actually, it was pretty good, I thought.
Nice.
Now, I like to watch 2 guys on YouTube. One's called Nerdrotic, and one's called Critical Drinker.
Okay.
The Nerdrotic guy is an American. The Critical Drinker guy is a British guy.
Okay. So no Canadian.
Usually, no, unfortunately not.
Oh, we're going to have to fix that sometime.
Okay, so no Canadian, unfortunately. Hopefully that changes. Maybe it'll be us. Who knows?
Ooh.
But those guys are. I usually agree with their assessments of movies and stuff.
Okay.
But this time they both liked the beginning and they both hated the end.
Oh.
And I'm not going to agree with them this time. I
Really?
had a good time.
Okay, the whole time.
The whole time through, it was entertaining. It was suspenseful. The things they don't like about it is there are a lot of callbacks to earlier Alien movies,
Oh, okay.
which they sort of seemed like was overdone.
Oh, that's too bad.
And I kind of see what they're saying, but it was whatever. And they kind of didn't like the end. Anyway, I didn't mind it.
Okay.
I had fun watching it.
Okay, so would somebody who's never seen a prior Alien movie
yeah.
be privy to seeing it with would it make sense to them? Would it be
Yeah.
Okay.
You've
cool.
never seen? Have you never seen?
I have.
Oh,
I'm
you
just asking.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. You want the mild spoiler review? Not really. Not that much spoilers, really. I won't give much away. I mean, there's not much to give away. It's essentially a horror movie in space. You know?
Yeah.
Think of Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th. Or there's a big bad going around murdering.
Right.
But they're doing it in space.
And it's an alien.
It's an alien instead of a
shoot.
guy.
Was that the spoiler?
That was a spoiler. It's called Alien. I don't know how big of a spoiler that
I
is.
thought it was just a guy named Alien.
No, it's an actual. Well, there's maybe more than one, but anyway,
Okay.
killing happens.
Okay. Death, killing,
I don't know.
gore.
Yeah, so that's Alien. Romulus, I would say entertaining, and why not? If you feel like an Alien movie, and if you've never seen one before, it doesn't really matter that much.
Okay,
killing in space.
Killing in space. Ooh, there's a lot of that.
Yeah. So the next thing we do is read our emails from the email inbox.
Okay, open that inbox. Open
Nothing.
it right up.
Empty.
And that segment is over.
Segment
Thank you so much for listening
done.
and sending all those emails.
So let's get to the main meat of the day.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, so we're not just here to entertain.
No,
we're
no.
also here to inform.
Yes. Absolutely.
And what we're going to do today is talk about the 30 of the most bizarre research paper topics of all time.
Oh, this will be good.
This will be good. Now, full disclosure, we have seen some of these ahead of time.
A couple.
But we haven't seen them all.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to ask the same question over and over again, which is, who funded this?
Yes, I think that will be the overbearing or overseen question of the day.
Oh.
Whatever that word is.
Yeah. Overarching?
That's the one. Over something.
Over hill, over dale.
Yeah.
We have 30 of these. Now, I'm mostly going to just read the paper titles.
Yeah.
There are descriptions for each of them, but if I read the description or whatever, the summary of each of these, we'd be here all day.
Well, we have been here all day, so let's just keep going.
Yes, kind of, you're right. So, number 30, ovulation, a lap dancer's secret weapon.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a lot.
So, yeah. So, again, who decided...
Ovulation.
Some horny scientist decided, how can I get somebody to pay me to spend
get
a lot of time with lap
dances.
dancers?
That's probably exactly how that came to be. Honestly, how else would it came? Like, how would it? I don't know.
I know. How can I make it just sciencey enough so that I can spend
Science.
lots of time with lap dancers?
For science.
Anyway, somehow they decided that when women go into heat, and that's the word they use.
Estrus.
Estrus, you're right. I guess it makes men want to give them more money.
Yeah. So they have basically proven that humans do still, well, human females do still go into some kind of a heat cycle. Even
Yeah.
though prior to this study, they were assumed to not have any more heat cycle. Human females did not go into heat.
You're not like a dog,
But they do, I guess.
but you are.
We are like a dog.
You are like a dog.
Not quite like a dog, but almost.
Well, I've seen you scratch behind your ear with your foot. I don't know. That's pretty interesting.
True.
Okay, number 29. Which can jump higher, the dog flea or the cat flea?
another really good
Again,
one. Yeah. I mean, why?
Why?
Who cares?
Who cares? How does this help
I guess
humanity knowing this out? Finding this out? Knowing this out?
Knowing this out. Flea scientists were just like arguing over it constantly, so they had to do this study to find out.
Which would you?
I would assume, because in general, most dog breeds are taller than cats.
Okay.
I would assume.
You're referring only to domesticated dogs and cats.
Well, yeah, of course.
Well, there's wild dogs, wild cats. All right. Like a lion is much bigger than a fox. Anyway, go ahead.
You're right. Now you just threw off my theory.
Threw off your whole theory.
No, but anyways, because generally domesticated dogs are, for the most part, taller, bigger.
Yeah.
That a dog flea would jump higher, farther? I don't know.
Maybe. I guess there's some evolutionary thing there. Anyway, they did find that the dog flea jumps higher than the cat flea.
Why? Do they know why? Or just...
Oh, No, I got to read the whole
that's
thing.
Okay. That's okay. You don't
I don't think so. I don't think they got into the... Well, they might have if I read the entire...
Right. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Anyway, I didn't know that... Would you even have thought that a dog flea was a different species than a cat flea? Why would they just...
all fleas were basically the same,
on?
except for like bird fleas, which are actually called mites. But anyways...
This one is the, I don't even know if I can say this word, ethicists on ethicists and theft.
On ethicists and theft. Wow, that's a tongue twister.
I think it's the,
and theft. What?
The ethics of stealing.
I guess.
No, do ethicists steal more books?
What?
Anyway, let's see. I'll read a little bit.
Okay.
Death row pardons, lottery wins, and rain on your wedding day, all arguably non-ironic subjects referenced by Alanis Morissette in her 1996 single, Ironic. One topic that would probably merit inclusion, despite the research not being published until 2009 in Philosophical Psychology, is the revelation that books on ethics are more liable to be absent from the shelves of university libraries than comparable books on other philosophical subjects. Do ethicists steal more books?
Wow.
This is really obscure.
That is so obscure. My mind is having trouble keeping up with all those words. They didn't seem to go together. Especially at first.
Okay. Professor Schwarzenegger? No. Schwizzlebill.
Is that his name? What?
I'm sure I didn't pronounce that properly.
Schwizzlebill.
Believes this is a good thing as the demand on ethicists live as moral models would create distortive pressure on the field. Anyway, whatever.
Cool. So they're basically saying ethicists should not be held to a super ethics standard because they're ethicists.
Maybe.
Okay, cool.
The next one is much more entertaining.
Okay,
Are you
cool.
ready?
I'm ready.
I know we've looked into this one, not looked into it, but we read this earlier. Number 27, wet underwear, not comfortable. That is the title of the study. Wet underwear, not funny, underwear. Wet underwear, not comfortable.
That has to be like a one sentence study.
Who needed to research this? We all know wet underwear is not comfortable.
I was a part of that study. Wet underwear is not comfortable, period. That's it.
It's not comfortable. All right, next one, 26. Do woodpeckers get headaches? You think yes.
I would imagine
whiplash.
so. Yeah,
How is that
whiplash.
neck slamming back and forth and not getting some wicked whiplash?
Yeah.
Anyway, somebody wanted to research that, and somebody decided it was worth giving them a bunch of money to do it.
Neat.
All right. Number 25. Booty calls, the best of both worlds.
What? The best of both worlds? What worlds?
The world of communicable diseases and the world of unplanned pregnancy.
Oh, yeah, the best of both worlds. Nice.
Yeah, probably those worlds. I don't know. Again, who decided they were going to pay for a booty call study?
Who paid for this?
Probably the taxpayer. That's who.
Oh, my pennies went towards that weird study.
All right, 24. Mosquitoes like cheese.
What?
The mosquito is a formidable and destructive pest. Is it destructive? I mean,
to my body.
It's a pain in the butt, but
literally
sometimes. Or any other place where you get stung.
Yeah.
And while it's known that exhalation of carbon dioxide by its victim acts as a highly compelling invitation to dinner, other smelly signals have been less well documented. Does it matter if mosquitoes sting cheese?
So, okay, I won't bring my cheese to the park, I guess. What? Like, they're still going to sting me.
The etymologist described how Anopheles gambilae, I'm totally butchering that, Africa's most prolific malaria-spreading mosquito, exhibited a keen partiality for biting human feet and ankles. What does this have to do with cheese?
Because you've got cheesy toes.
Cheesy toes. Crucially, the research also showed that these mosquitoes can be attracted to Limburger cheese.
Literally, that smells like feet. Okay,
a stinky fromage that shares many characteristics with the whiff of human feet. Anyway, there you go. I'm not reading anymore.
Wow.
You get the...
Mosquitoes are just... Ugh. And they like cheese.
Number 23, weighing up lead and feathers. You remember ever hearing the what weighs more, a ton of feathers or a ton of lead?
Yeah.
Or a pound or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is, yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't require a degree in physics or philosophy to understand that a pound of lead and a pound of feathers weighs the same. Yet the question of whether or not they feel the same is rather less straightforward. No, I would say lead and feathers don't feel the same.
Okay, so no, a pound is a pound. So if you hold a pound of feathers, you're still gonna have that sensation of feeling
a pound. But one would be hard and one would be a little squishy.
Very fluffy. Yeah, true. Okay.
Anyway, number 22, cat food. Yummy? Question mark.
No. Exclamation mark.
Good one. There's our next t-shirt. Cat food. Yummy? No. Exclamation mark. Despite their notorious penchant for... I said I wasn't going to read them all, but now I'm reading them. But I'm not reading the whole thing.
That's okay.
Despite their notorious penchant for fully or sometimes partially dead rodents in their mouths, cats are surprisingly fussy eaters. What's more, the pet food industry has found that kittens themselves represent unreliable and expensive test subjects in the pursuit of more appealing cat food flavors. Unreliable? Then why are they doing it? Anyway, it's about cat food and does it taste good? Again, wow. I don't know. I guess I could see that one. As reported
by kittens?
Yeah.
Sure.
I guess I could see researching that, though. If you were a cat food manufacturer, you'd want yummy cat food so the cats keep eating it.
And your people keep buying it.
Yes.
Absolutely. I get it.
All right, number 21.
Wow.
Have you ever, you ever been to a circus? Like an old-fashioned circus, I don't think there's many of those around anymore.
I don't think I've ever been to a circus, no.
You know sword swallowers?
Yes.
Anyway, this one's for them. If you're a sword swallower out there, this study is for you. The unhidden dangers of sword swallowing.
The unhidden.
Yep.
Gee, I wonder what those could be, Jeff. I wonder. What are the unhidden dangers of sword swallowing?
I'm sure there's...
I almost said swallowing.
Swallowing. Well, for one thing, it could cut your tongue and you might say swallowing when you mean to say swallowing.
Or you'd say, because you don't have a tongue.
And just vomit blood. Okay, let's see here. I'm just skimming. So in order to establish just how hazardous sword swallowing is, radiologist Brian Whitcomb and world champion sword swallower Dan Meyer analyzed, I know, the technique and complications of 46 members of the Sword Swallowers Association International.
46 members? So...
There's an association for sword swallowers.
Whoa.
Published in 2009 in the British Medical Journal, their research, Sword Swallowing and its Side Effects, found that performers had a heightened chance of injury when distracted or adding embellishments. So don't try to juggle or something at the same time.
Don't distract a sword swallower. They may eviscerate themselves.
Yike. Number 20, beer bottle versus human skull. How many times have you been slammed in the head with a beer bottle in a bar fight?
Just a couple.
Just a couple?
Just a
That's
couple.
Probably not too bad then.
Yeah.
Anyway, so apparently it's a study about smashing skulls with beer bottles or smashing beer bottles with skulls, one or the other.
Interesting. Wow.
Okay, now I think we're getting into ones we've not seen before, or I've not seen before.
Okay.
Actually, maybe I did see this. This is number 19
of
a list of 30, so
Nice.
we're only just a third of the way through.
That's quite all right.
The propulsion parameters of penguin poop.
So how fast penguin poop comes out?
Maybe? Or can it be used as a...
Oh.
I don't know. The title of a scientific research paper can sometimes be fairly impenetrable to the layman. Other times they may take a more direct approach. Published in 2003, Pressures Produced When Penguins Poo.
I knew it.
Calculations on Avian Defecation. Oh, yeah. Certainly belongs to the latter category.
Wow. Yeah.
Who's paying for these? Who's
paying for these? Like, why? Anyways.
Okay. Number 18. Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
And pop art. What is this? Why again? Lady Gaga clearly sees herself as something of an artist. I don't know why. I don't know why I said artist in a slow way. Her third album is called Art Pop, and last year she voiced her desire to bring art culture into pop in a reverse. Oh my gosh, Warholian expedition. But does anyone else agree? In 2012, University of Cambridge student Amru Al-Qadhi decided to write a few words, 10,000 to be precise, on the subject of his final year undergraduate dissertation. The paper, looking at Lady Gaga's place in the history of pop art and her role as a voice of cultural criticism, initially encountered some resistance from the Cambridge History of Art department. However, after several meetings, the provision of a barrage of YouTube links to Gaga videos such as Telephone, which apparently demonstrated her postmodern aesthetic, and a bit of work, permission for Al-Qadhi to undertake the research was granted.
Wow.
Sorry, Mr. Al-Qadhi, for slaughtering your name.
Yes.
Anyway, 17. Even chickens prefer beautiful people.
Weird, because I've heard that somewhere before.
That people prefer beautiful chickens?
No, the opposite.
Have you been to a fair where they have the chickens? Some of them are quite lovely.
Yes,
Fancy,
I actually really
poofy.
like going through the chicken... What do you call it? Not display.
The chicken display. They nail them to walls. Put a frame around them. There's your chicken.
There it is.
It was beautiful until we put that nail right through its chest.
Anyways, yeah.
Anyway, chickens prefer beautiful humans, apparently.
Really?
Most humans prefer...
chickens really don't like me very much.
Oh, boo. That's not true. I was going to make a joke about breasts, chicken breasts, but now that you've referenced yourself, I'm not going to talk about breasts.
Oh, darn.
16. Erase bad memories, keep good ones.
Okay. Do it.
Painful, embarrassing, or traumatic memories. Traumatic memories have an annoying habit of accumulating over the course of an average lifetime.
That's true.
As Courtney Miller, assistant professor of the Florida campus of the Scripps Research Institute, puts it, our memories make us who we are, but some of these memories can make life very difficult. With that in mind, Miller led a team of researchers to try and find out whether certain unwanted memories, specifically drug-related ones, could be erased without damaging other memories. Published in 2013, Selective Retrieval Independent Disruptive of big word, Associated Memory by Acton, another big word, found that in mice, at least,
very similar to humans,
this kind of bespoke amnesia is entirely possible. How? By means of inhibiting the formulation of a particular molecule in the brain. Oh, God.
Gosh.
The hope is, said Miller, that our strategies may be applicable to other harmful memories, such as those that perpetuate. No, it's not. It's
perpetuate.
God. What is wrong with my brain? Perpetuate. I need to get...
I like it.
I need to get some memories of my reading out of my head. Smoking or post-traumatic stress disorder. Anyway, there you go. You can somehow...
erase your memories of smoking.
Get rid of molecules in your brain.
I'd like to erase my memory.
Perpetuate. Why couldn't I read that?
Of how Jeff pronounced that word.
Good God. That was awful. It's the Alzheimer's kicking in.
Onward.
All right. Well, here's the next one. This could be maybe the most interesting one. Number 15, the rectal route to curing hiccups.
What?
Who even thought this up? Researched it. Forgot. And who again?
Oh, no.
Said, yeah, I'll pay you to research fixing your hiccups through the rectal route.
Wow. Wow. Oh, I don't know if I want to know. I want to know, but I want to know.
Let's see. When I said I wasn't going to read these, but anyway.
I know, but like some of them you have to.
You got to read it
Like,
because what the hell? When beset by a flurry of hiccups, a few, as hopefully perpetuate is not in this.
I hope not.
When beset by a flurry of hiccups, a few minutes of putting up with the involuntary jolting is usually sufficient to get them to subside. However, other times they can become a far more unmanageable problem, beyond the healing scope of even the oldest of wives' tales. In such situations, there's a surprising but highly effective cure. Published in 1990, termination of intractable hiccups with digital rectal massage.
Wow. I did not see that coming.
I'm not making this up. This is not details the case of a 60-year-old patient whose seemingly nonstop
60-year-old
hiccups
okay.
were brought to an immediate halt by the massaging finger in the rectum.
Wow.
A second occurrence a few hours later was curbed in a similar fashion. Oh, after she did it once, I said she. I don't actually know if it's a he or she.
True. That's true.
Whoever
I assume
it was.
she as well.
Yeah, maybe that's why I had it in my head.
Maybe.
First time, oh, yeah, that cured my hiccups. And then liked it. So pretended to have hiccups again. So, I better do that again.
Oh my gosh, they're back again. Oh no, can you try it again? See if it works again?
Okay, now, did they do it to themselves, he or she? Or did he or she get it done by a trained rectal massage professional?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Anyways, too many questions. Now, I'm going to tell you for real, this happened to me. Not the rectal thing.
Whoa.
Not that one. I had hiccups one time.
Yeah, that wouldn't stop?
I wouldn't stop. I was driving to my brother's place. My brother lives in St. Catharines.
Yeah.
Almost the entire trip, which is like 3 hours. Pretty close. Somewhere in that neighborhood. Almost the entire time I had hiccups. Got into there. His girlfriend at the time said, "Oh, here, drink basically a shot." I think she had those little packages of vinegar. Anyway, she said,
gosh.
"Drink a bit of vinegar." Like, why? What in the world would I do that for?
Yeah.
Oh, it'll get rid of your hiccups. Didn't believe her. This is clearly garbage.
Yeah.
I forget now if I ripped open a little package of vinegar or if she put a little bit of vinegar in the bottom of a shot glass or something.
Right.
For some reason, my mind is flipping between both possibilities.
Okay.
Anyway, either way, I took a little bit of vinegar, shot it back. Instantly, hiccups were gone.
Okay, weird, because all the time from when I was a small child to now, anytime, I don't often get hiccups now that I think about it, but anyways, anytime I get hiccups, my mother told me to take a spoonful of sugar, put it on your tongue, and then chug a glass of water so that the sugar goes down as well.
Okay.
And that gets rid of my hiccups 100% of the time. So here's my theory. Shock gets rid of hiccups.
Shock.
Just pure shock. Because you know how they used to say, if you scare somebody, their hiccups will go away.
Right.
Well, it's pretty shocking when you take a shot of vinegar.
Yeah.
Pretty shocking to your system when you're drinking something, but there's something sort of solid going down your throat.
Right.
It's very shocking when you have a finger up your butt. Massaging your
If it's
rectum.
unexpected, they just do it to them. Boom, right up there. Oh, hiccups gone.
Cured. Let's write a paper about it.
That's right.
Nice.
Good Lord.
That's a good one.
Okay, that you might have a good point there.
Yeah. That's
At
my
the end of
theory.
your finger that you can use to cure hiccups with.
Nope, never curing hiccups for anybody. Ever. Nope.
Oh, I can't even talk about that. Okay,
Oh, dear.
let's continue on. 14. Can pigeons tell a Picasso from a Monet? Again, who gives a fuck?
Who cares?
Who paid for that?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Who paid for that? That will be your next t-shirt. Who paid for that?
Who paid for that? Okay. Oh, now this is funny. Now, I've not seen any of these, right? Number 13 now. I'm not even going to read about the pigeon thing.
No, that's dumb.
Because we sort of, in one of our recent top 10 lists, we kind of made fun of this.
Oh.
And number 13 is the nature of navel lint.
Interesting. Okay.
Is it? Yeah, maybe. Anyway, it's a phenomenon that most people will be familiar with. Small bits of lint accumulating in the belly button. Still, until fairly recently, the mechanism behind this process lacked a satisfactory explanation from the realm of science.
What?
Does it need an explanation from the realm of science?
You get lint because you wear clothing and your clothing sheds stuff.
Slowly, yeah. Fortunately, that all changed in 2009 when Greg Steinhauser, a chemist and researcher at the Vienna University of Technology. Really, is the Vienna University of Technology proud that it paid for research about navel lint? I don't know.
What the heck?
Anyway, published a research paper entitled The Nature of Navel Fluff. After gathering 503 samples of navel lint, Dr. Steinhauser concluded probably that it's the same stuff found in your dryer lint trap.
Oh, yeah.
Except with human sweat.
A lot. And oils.
Concluded that the culprit behind the common occurrence is hair on the abdomen, which dislodges small fibers from clothing and channels them into the belly button. As the Austrian himself has pointed out, the question of the nature of navel fluff seems to concern more people than one would think at first glance. So if you have a hairy gut, Marla, you probably got lots of navel fluff.
So, interesting. Okay. Very interesting. That's... What the hell? Like what?
Oh my Gee, here we go. Number 12.
Oh, no.
Who wanted to research this? Why would it even occur to them? The effects of cocaine on bees.
Wow. What the heck?
Beyond ridiculous. The effects of cocaine on the human body movement can be observed in nightclubs the world over on just about any given weekend.
Or the streets of many cities.
Yeah, really. As it turns out, the tediously familiar overestimation of dancing prowess is not just limited to humans. In a 2009 paper entitled Effects of Cocaine on Honeybees' Dance Behavior, a team of researchers led by Gene Robinson, epidemiology and neuroscience professor at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, analyzed how I almost read horny bees. Honeybees, probably when they got the cocaine, they're horny as well,
right?
Are affected by low doses of cocaine. Honeybees are known to perform dances when they locate an abundant food source, and the team found that administering the drug prompted bees to circle about 25% quicker, as well as dance more exuberantly and for longer. The bees also exaggerated the scale of their bounty. No surprise there, then.
How do they know? How do they know they're exaggerating the scale of their bounty? That's... wow. Also, do honeybees go to clubs?
And why do they bother?
Why do they bother?
Are honeybees snorting cocaine sometimes?
Yeah. Are the people who keep bees now feeding cocaine to their beehives so that they dance more exuberantly when they find a good flower patch?
I don't know. We're at number 11. We're almost 2/3 of the way through the list. Number 11, I don't know that I can say this because young ears might be out there and want to know.
Cover the young ears.
Cover the young ears.
Right now. You've been warned.
Or if you belong to some Orthodox church or something, maybe you don't want to hear this either.
Cover your ears.
Anyway, here we go. Number 11, fruit bat fellatio.
Wow. Ew.
Why?
Gross.
Why? Let me ask another question. Why?
Period. I think that's the biggest question here.
Do I even read this? I don't know. Though its contents are difficult at first to make out.
Pardon?
Contents of what?
Yeah, I don't know.
The fruit bat penis?
Oh.
Though its contents are difficult at first to make out, the grainy black and white image above. Oh. There's no image. There's actually no image here.
Don't look for the image anyways. I wouldn't want to know.
Green black image above actually depicts two bats engaged in some X-rated nocturnal activity. Ew. And that's precisely the topic that a group of researchers from China and the UK chose to explore in their 2009 paper, Fellatio by Fruit Bats Prolongs Copulation Time. You think it would maybe shorten copulation time. We get it.
Yeah.
The group looked at the copulatory behavior of the short-nosed fruit bat and observed that females were not passive during copulation, but performed oral sex.
Wow. Oh my God. Those kinky little bats.
God.
Well, I guess they're big bats. Those are fruit bats are
Fruit
large.
bats are usually the big ones.
Ew.
More interestingly, could you imagine if the vampire bats were the big ones? Oh, it'd be terrifying. They carry people away.
That would be terrifying.
And then perform fellatio, maybe. More interestingly, the researchers also discovered that the longer the bats spent engaged in fellatio, the longer the copulation itself lasted, and that when fellatio was absent, pairs spent much less time mating. I almost read masturbating.
Well,
if they're not getting fellatio, they masturbate.
Yeah,
anyway.
I mean, naturally.
Wow. Well, we got through that one. Okay.
oh
Number 10.
All right.
The possibility of unicorns.
It just keeps getting better.
Now, did you know? Well, this is going to give it away because I'm just reading about it. What is the national animal of Scotland?
The unicorn.
It's unicorn.
That's amazing. I did know that prior to you saying that, but yeah, that's amazing.
They have a fantastical animal as their. That'd be like Canada having the Sasquatch as
That'd be kind of cool.
as the national animal.
It's better than the freaking beaver.
Hey, a beaver can stop mighty rivers all by themselves.
That is true. They can fell a massive
tree.
Yes.
They're a good big rodent. Anyway,
they're robust, yes.
It is a question that has plagued the internet for decades. Could unicorns really exist? The short answer, at least, is no. I think that's all. I'm not even going to bother reading anymore. We know that.
Duh.
And again, who paid for a study about the possibility of unicorns? Like, who's got so much money to burn? Anyway.
Well, some big millionaires out there are, or even billionaires, are a little bit out of touch. So.
Okay, you're right. Now, you come from Alberta.
Yes, I do.
Originally.
I do. Yeehaw.
So number 9 maybe is pertinent to you.
Okay.
Because you probably have heard a country song here or there.
Just a couple.
Does country music make you suicidal?
Wow. I could see that.
That one actually has some
It actually does, because country music can be depressing.
Pretty depressing. So I think there's some benefit to this study, perhaps.
Yeah. Have you ever heard Whiskey Lullaby? Yeah. Depressing.
I've experienced a whiskey lullaby.
Oh, that's even worse.
A little bit of whiskey, a little bit of napping.
This is more than a nap. But anyways, go on.
Country music is one of the most popular genres of music in the United States, with a huge audience that encompasses all age ranges. And I have no idea why.
Hey.
Yet, given its recurrent themes of wedding disharmony and excessive drinking, Stephen Stack of Wayne State University and Auburn University's Jim Gundlach decided to probe to stop their hiccups whether country music might have an influence on multiple suicide rates in America. Published in 1992, the research paper, The Effect of Country Music on Suicide, actually discovered a strong link between the amount of country music radio airplay in any particular city and the suicide rate among the white population in that area. Other groups are immune.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they probably don't listen to country music. They listen to good music. The research was mixed. Stack and Goodluck initially received hate mail.
Whoa.
But in 2004, they won the Ing Nobel Prize for Medicine.
Ing.
I don't know. I guess it's Ing. I don't know. I've never heard it put that way.
Is it like the ING, like ING Bank?
Just IG.
Oh.
Ig? Maybe it's Ig.
Ig. Instagram?
Oh, maybe.
No, I doubt it.
Number 8. Do cabbies have bigger brains?
Cabbies.
Yeah. Now, if they're in London, they'd have to do something called, I'm going to screw this up. London, England, not London, Ontario.
Okay.
They have what is it called? This is got a kind of a neat term. Anyway, I can't remember what it's called.
Okay.
I'm not a cabbie. I don't have a big brain. But they have to do something called it's right on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, basically they have, I don't know anymore now that Google Maps is around.
Oh, right.
But up until lately, they had to pass a test called the something, which I can't remember, which they had to know all the streets in London.
Right.
All of them.
Yeah. Wow.
So they had to work that brain to memorize the entire map of the city.
That's pretty insane. I could never. I can't even remember what I
The
had for breakfast.
knowledge. Because it's written right here. I should have just read.
Oh, there you go.
The notoriously demanding exam that London's black cab drivers must pass is called the knowledge. And with good reason, covering around 25,000 streets inside a 6-mile radius of central London, the test generally requires there to be 4 years of preparation and multiple attempts at the final exam before success is achieved. University College London neuroscientist Eleanor Maguire was inspired to take a closer look at this feat of memory after researching similar examples in the animal kingdom.
Huh?
The members of the animal kingdom have to pass the knowledge.
I was not prepared for it to go that direction. Okay.
Anyway, so they looked and saw if cabbies have bigger brains, I guess.
Wow. Okay.
In 2011, confirmed that trained cabbies were better at remembering London landmarks, but not as good at recalling complex visual information compared to the unsuccessful trainees. Anyways.
Interesting.
Do you know what a shrew is? I don't mean a very annoying woman.
Whoa. Yeah. The animal?
The animal, a shrew?
Sure do.
It's like, what is it, like a little mouse almost?
Yeah, it's like a little, rodent of some sort, right?
So, number 7 is shrews, to chew or not to chew. Now,
I'd rather not chew on a shrew.
Or them chewing. Now, actually, I'm only assuming they're talking about the animal. I haven't read this. They could be talking about annoying women.
Can you imagine?
Shrews, to chew or not to chew.
So chew her out. Just,
or
you're
maybe
being such a shrew.
Or maybe. Ever felt so hungry that you could eat a horse?
Yes.
How about a shrew?
Nope.
Not the woman. While such scenarios are never likely to present themselves to the average person, but that could be taken all sorts of different ways. Scientists can be an altogether more experimental bunch. Take the 1995 paper, Human Digestive Effects on a Micro-Mammalian Skeleton. Anyway.
Wow.
The paper investigated what would happen to a shrew if it was swallowed, I guess.
What the hell?
If it was first skinned, disemboweled, parboiled, and cut into segments. If it was swallowed, sans chewing, by a human. Interestingly, many of the rodent's smaller bones disappeared on their transit through the human digestive system. Why? Again,
Who
why?
cares?
Why?
What?
Okay, number 6.
Oh my God.
Okay, this again has a title that you may or may not want young ones to hear.
Cover those
Give
ears
you
again.
a second. Or you could pause it. I don't need to give you a second.
Okay.
You can just pause this.
Yeah, you've been warned.
Gay dead duck sex. That's the name.
What the hell?
In 1935, but in 1935, gay probably meant happy. Still. It's
Okay.
happy dead duck sex.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Wait.
It still doesn't
Why
make
is
sense.
a dead duck happy?
In
'Cause it's having sex?
1935, Austrian physicist Erwin Schrödinger.
We're not laughing at his name.
No.
No,
My
of course
pronunciation of his
Yes.
name. Tried to highlight the absurdity of newly developed aspects of quantum theory. In his thought experiment, the strange quantum properties of a system are drawn on to suspend a hypothetical cat in a state of being simultaneously dead and alive. Oh, yeah, I've heard of this.
You've lost me.
Yeah,
Because
you know
I thought
the
we were
cat in
talking
the
about-
box?
I thought, yes.
Yeah, I know.
I know Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah.
But you've lost me from where is gay duck sex?
I don't know. Gay dead duck sex.
Dead duck sex.
66 years later, a new piece of research saw that cat replaced by 2 ducks in far less paradoxical, though no less opposing states of life and death. But now with the crucial addition of gay sex. Wow. Published in 2001, the first case of homosexual necrophilia in the mallard Anis platyrichos described Kees Moliker's bizarre experiment. The Dutch ornithologist witnessed a male duck administering a 75-minute raping of the corpse of another male duck freshly deceased after flying into a window.
Oh my God.
More recently, Moeller has presided over an annual commemorative event and public conversation on how to make sure birds stop flying into windows. The event's name, Dead Duck Day.
That was a wild ride. That whole thing was just wild. Like,
now listen, people, I've not read these until right now.
Whoa.
Some of the early ones, yes, but we're into the top ones.
this is unknown territory.
Oh, God, and we're going back into sex again.
Oh God.
Apparently, humans like researching weird sex.
Yep. Apparently.
Number 5. We're getting there, people. Number 5. Love and sex with robots.
Oh, God. No.
Intimate relationships with artificial partners. Ludicrous science fiction or serious science fact, according to... Oh, this reminded me. I saw
God.
like a... who's one of those talk show guys? Like the weirdest ones.
Oh.
The ones that always chanted at the end. Jerry Springer.
Oh, yes.
I think I saw, it was Jerry Springer, I think, is what I'm saying. An episode where he had a guest on, male guest, who brought his father onto the panel and admitted to his father that he was gay for his car.
Wait.
So he named his car a male name. Sometimes people name their boats or their cars or whatever. So named it Charlie or something. Who knows what it was.
Wow.
And he would get into the backseat of his Charlie car and masturbate while thinking about Charlie.
What the heck is wrong with people? Is it the same guy who... Have you ever seen that show, My Weird Addiction? Or whatever?
I've heard of it.
Yeah. There was a guy on there who would make out with his car. I don't know if the car was male or female, but who knows? But
so imagine that's also
I don't want to. I don't want to think that there's two people out there who are in love with their
doing
cars.
the same thing. So imagine the surprise of the father,
Oh my God,
whose son is announcing this most bizarre of.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, according to the paper's author, the British International Master of Chess, Daniel Levy, it may sound a little weird, but it isn't. Levy earned a PhD from Maastricht University for his thesis, which covered sociology, psychology, artificial intelligence, and robotics, among other fields. He conjectured that human-robot love, marriage, and even consummation are inevitable by 2050. Robotics...
Wow.
How?
That's not far from now. That's scary.
I know. That's less... Yeah. It's like 26 years.
Whoa.
How can you consummate with the robot? Is the robot the male impregnating a female, or is the robot a female somehow being impregnated by a male? Humans are very unusual creatures. If you ask me if every human will want to marry a robot, my answer is probably not. But will there be a subset of people? There are people ready right now to marry sex toys.
That's true, actually. Yeah, that's weird.
Interesting.
Wow.
I could almost see, like, if you... Let's say, especially if you've had a lot of relationships that have been unsatisfactory.
Right.
If you could have a robot that didn't look like a robot, but looked pretty human.
Yeah.
Or even very human. Maybe by 2050, we'll have androids that look just like humans.
Remember that gray thing?
The gray weird face thing. And you could kind of customize the robot to, like the things you like and laugh at your jokes and be interested in the things you're interested in.
And have a great personality.
Always be happy and chipper and never be like naggy. And maybe you would fall in love with your robot. Anyway.
True. Very true.
What is going on here? Number 4, a better approach to penile zipper entrapment.
Wow. We're going straight. Yeah, there it is.
Oh.
Ouch.
Do you remember that scene from There's Something About Mary? That's super quick. And he zips up his zipper.
Yeah.
And then just for an instant, they show the result of it. And his nuts are like...
Oh, yes, I do. I remember that. Oh, God.
Yeah, you don't even have nuts and that make you feel like that. Imagine seeing that for the first time and you do have nuts. You're like...
Yeah, like, woo. God, that's not good. Woo.
Anyway, we're going to skip that. Good enough.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, number 3. Flatulence is self-defense.
I could see that. Yep, absolutely. Yep. I know a few people who can clear a room.
When they're scared? They just...
That'd be an amazing, superpower.
That would be. We were talking about superpowers.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe you can scare people off with your farting.
Yeah.
Oh, number 2. How is this a research paper, though? Harry Potter equals Jesus Christ. Now...
What?
I never read, and I only tried to watch Harry Potter, the first one, twice. I couldn't get past 20 minutes. And the second one I tried once, same. I couldn't get past 20 minutes, half an hour. So I don't know. Do they nail Harry Potter to a cross at the end?
Maybe.
Do they torture the hell out of him and then kill him?
Oh,
and
he does come back from the dead, I think.
Oh, really?
I think I think so. No, I'm not. I haven't watched or read a lot of Harry
spoilers
Potter,
again
so I have
for
no idea. Yeah,
old
maybe
books and movies.
That's a possible spoiler. I don't even know if it's fact.
So again, who is researching and who is paying for the research?
Yeah.
For a fictional character, potentially another fictional character. It depends. I'm not saying yes or no.
Just
I have my own
opinions,
thoughts.
you know?
I don't know. I think there was definitely a historical Jesus.
Oh, for sure.
Did he do all those things? Maybe he did. I don't know.
Who knows?
But anyway, we're getting a little deep on this. So Harry Potter. Why? Anyway, seems weird.
Wow.
Okay, finally, and the number one weird research thing. Finally, there. We're going back to the bum.
Wow.
Rectal foreign bodies.
Oh, we know a lot about those, but not in a personal way.
Published
Well, at least I do. But not in a personal way.
Well, you cure your hiccups, we found out. Published in Journal Surgery in 1986, Rectal Foreign Bodies, Case Reports, and a Comprehensive Review of the World's Literature does exactly what it says on the tin. On the tin. The research by Dr. David B. Bush and James R. Starling, based in Madison, Wisconsin, looked at 2 cases of patients with apparently self-inserted anal objects, as well as available documentation on the subject. Other factors taken into account included the patient's age and history and the number and type of objects removed. Oh, man, they jammed more than one in there.
Oh.
The resulting list of 182 foreign bodies makes for an eye-watering read. Of particular note are the dull knife.
Oh.
Patient complained of a knife-like pain, and the toolbox inside a convict contained saws and other items usable in
toolbox?
escape attempts.
I see. Okay.
The doctor's paper was recognized for its literary value with an IG Nobel Prize in 1995. One person's pain is clearly another's pleasure.
Oh, no.
Oh, we got through the list of, what was it called? The wackiest, not wackiest. 30 of the most bizarre research paper topics of all time. There
Those
you
were
go.
bizarre.
There's a lot of sex and rectal stuff.
Yeah, those were very bizarre. The dead gay duck one?
Dead-
That was weird.
A duck attacking
Holy-
another dead duck.
Holy crap. Yep.
Yeah.
Nature is savage. Nature is so savage.
Too savage.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. We not only entertained today, I think we enlightened.
Oh, very enlightened. Absolutely.
Probably people want to go out and collect all those papers now and read the full
Absolutely.
studies.
Yeah. I kind of am scarred for life personally, but I'll never forget some of those. I'll never forget them.
No. That's, yeah. Well, I think that's the show for today.
Yeah, I think it is.
So thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your patronage.
We do. We appreciate it. We appreciate those 5-star reviews, don't we,
We
Marla?
sure do. And I think you should check out our brand new Facebook page.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, maybe
There's a lot going on there right now.
a whole lot. So much. Truly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and share that podcast around if you wouldn't mind. If you
Share.
enjoy it and you appreciate it, you like it, we
Subscribe.
appreciate you and we subscribe to you.
Rate.
Do we? That's not really a thing.
I'll rate you. Wait, no.
Like a dead duck. Oh, you said rate. You said rate. All right. Well, on that note, bye.
Bye.